Welcome back to the Ray Report. This is your host, Corey Ray, and today we're going to get into the New Hampshire primaries. As we know, Trump won the primary, but he won it only in New Hampshire by about 11 points over Nikki Haley. And me personally, I was looking for a much bigger margin than 11 points. I was looking for something like 75% Trump, 25% Haley. I was looking for a blowout. I really was. A lot of the reason because a lot of the candidates in the party had already consolidated and put their support behind Trump. DeSantis, Ramaswamy, Tim Scott, these people were all running for president, had paused their campaign or suspended their campaign and all come out and endorsed Donald Trump. So I expected in New Hampshire there would be a huge margin, but unfortunately it was only about 11 points. Some of that can be chalked up to the fact that a lot of the Democrats went out and voted for Haley because they just do not want to see Trump on the ticket. Apparently, they are scared. And if I were them, I would be too, because it looks like Trump is going to wipe the floor clean with Joe Biden. But there is one big pressing issue out there, and the Democrats are sitting on it. They're not bringing it up because they don't want the Republicans to learn how to speak about it in public and get some data to see if the people are, if their stance gets traction or if the people are just going to reject it altogether. They're not even letting them practice their position and their ideas on the people. They're just keeping it in the background. And that issue is abortion. And every time abortion's on the ballot, the Democrats always seem to win up ticket. So, for example, when there was supposed to be a red wave 2 years ago in 2022, I believe, and the Republicans were supposed to sweep the House and take seats in the Senate, and there was going to be this big red wave and Republican majorities, and again, the Senate and the House, and obviously they wouldn't have the president, but still they would be able to control Congress. But what happened? No, a lot of the states had put abortion on the ballot, and what happened was a lot of the people went to the ballot box and were pro-abortion. They chose abortion, and they also chose a lot of the Democrats too. So the Democrats do a really good job of putting key issues on the ballot that draw people to the ballot box. And abortion is one of those key issues. And if the Republicans don't get that issue right, I don't care how bad the economy is. I don't care how bad immigration is. I don't care how bumbling Joe Biden is or how incompetent Kamala Harris is. The Democrats will win. They have a better stance on abortion in terms of a lot of their constituents and a lot of people in the country are pro-choice and they want to have control over their bodies. So that's one of the issues that the Republicans are going to have to nail down. I think Trump actually has a pretty good stance on that. He's been working it. A lot of the Republicans are really hardcore on this, where there is no abortion that's even acceptable, right? And Trump has a little bit more of a lenient stance. I think he's okay with abortions within 16 weeks. Obviously, I think Gavin Newsom in California is okay with aborting babies pretty much after they're already born. And I think that's a lot of the Democrats, to be honest, are actually on the extreme. But when it comes to messaging, the Democrats do a whole lot better. And so, again, that's going to be the main issue come November. It's going to be abortion. It's not going to be gas prices. It's not going to be inflation. It's not going to be immigration or housing or the economy or the stock market. It will be time and time again, and it's proven to be abortion. So until the Republicans can get a good message on that and really expound on their ideas and have people understand what their beliefs and what their position is on that, it's going to be an uphill battle, I think, for the Republicans. However, at this stage in the race, it's clear that Donald Trump is going to be the nominee of the Republican Party. There is I think it's a primary in Nevada coming up on February 8th. I don't even think Nikki Haley's on the ballot for that one. So she's already gone ahead and skipped over to South Carolina, where that will be the next primary, the fourth one after Nevada. And again, in that state, her home state, she's behind big time in the polls. Trump's got the endorsement of two senators, Lindsey Graham and Tim Scott. He's got the endorsement of the governor. And that's Nikki Haley's home state. And if she cannot win that state, there's no way she has a path to becoming the nominee of the Republican Party. I just want to go on a tangent real quick regarding Lindsey Graham. I don't think Trump's a big fan of Lindsey Graham. Sure, he'll take his endorsement in South Carolina, but Lindsey Graham is a war hawk. I don't know if you saw this week when the 3 soldiers in Jordan, I believe, were killed by a drone. And what's Lindsey Graham come out and say? Let's go to war with Iran. He wants to go to war with Russia. He thinks spending all this money in the Ukraine is the best money that we've ever spent. I am so tired of the war hawk mentality of the Republican Party. I think Trump, and what I like about Trump is that he ended the wars. There has been no war under Trump's watch. I would love to bring that money back to the United States and make this country better, secure our borders here, secure our families here, give parents credits for childcare so they don't have to send the mom and dad to work while they send the kid to have somebody else raise their family and put different values into their kids than they would. There's so many things that we could do here in the USA with all that money that we're spending abroad, but instead we refuse to. We keep playing the corporate industrial complex game where they just corrupt the whole system. And you have these fat cats that are taking money off the top. And it's so obvious and it's so clear. And I'm really hoping that in 2024, the people will start to see this and they'll start to vote against the industrial complex and start voting for their own self-interest. I don't understand the interest of war. I understand it from the bankers. I understand it from the financiers. I understand it from the people, the grifters like Lindsey Graham, how they're all going to make money off of it. But for everyday people who have to send their kids over to conflict and wars, and people who have to experience higher gas prices because obviously the energy that's being sucked up to fight the war, it's killing us. The inflation here at home, a lot of that is because we've been printing trillions of dollars to go to war against Iraq and Afghanistan and the war against COVID and the war against this and the war against that. And they just print money and throw money at the problem instead of fixing the problem. Why? Because they'll never fix the problem, because if there's a problem, they can continue to throw money on it and grift and skim from the top and be corrupt. Having said all that, I still think it comes down to how the Republicans are going to message around abortion. So that's my call here early in, it's January, late January, early February. Don't forget to pay attention to the primaries coming up on February 8th. We'll chat about that on the next episode of the Ray Report. And if you like content like this, go ahead and click that like button and subscribe to the channel. And it gives me the encouragement to keep curating content that you guys like. Anyways, I'll see you guys soon. Bye.